One more breath, arms up. And exhale down. Take it to the side, leaning on your forearm, reach the other arm up and over the head. Or if you can't come down that far, just resting on your hand. Take the stretch, and each stretch today just to your edge, your first edge, meaning you first start to feel a stretching sensation. Pause there, check in. Change sides. What's interesting is that the place you usually go to may not be the place to go to today. You may want to take it half as far, or if you pay close attention, your body may want to go deeper. Shrug your shoulders up to your ears and release down and up. Exhale, down and up. And down. Release. Good. Take the arms out to the sides, make little circles, warming up shoulder joints. And reverse. Hands to the shoulders, make circles with the elbows. And reverse. And bring the arms straight out to the sides again. Bend the elbows, goddess arms. Stretch the elbows back like you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. And then bring the elbows together in front of you. And out to the side, gently squeeze the shoulder blades together. And bring them in front to touch. One more time to the back. And to the front. Good. Shake them out. Take them again one more time out to the side and then cross right over left. And give yourself a hug. Lift the elbows up to shoulder height. Again, just coming in as far as feels right to you, and release out to the side and cross left over right. Give yourself a hug. Exhaling, see if you can float the elbows up a little bit higher. And release. Chin to the chest. Let your shoulders melt down toward the floor and then gaze up. Exhaling, chin to the chest. And gaze up. Look straight ahead and then turn the head to the side. Straight ahead and the other side. Straight ahead one more time, first side. Straight ahead and other side. Good. Looking straight on, let your ear drop towards your shoulder. And take the hand on the side to which you're leaning and put that on the opposite shoulder. Just let it sit there and let the weight of it draw that shoulder down, deeper stretch in the side of the neck. With any discomfort or pain, back off, release, and go to the other side. Drop the ear towards the shoulder, hand to the opposite shoulder. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Just checking it out. How does the neck feel today? Good. And then release, look straight ahead, and now draw little circles with your nose. And the other way. Good. Release. You take some circles with the shoulders. Move them any way you like. And then bring the hand to the opposite knee, take a twist. Other hand behind. Inhale. Sense your spine. And as you exhale, begin to twist, starting at the base of the spine, moving up to the hips, the ribs, the shoulders, and finally the neck and head. and release, go the other way. Not forcing, just nice and easy. As you exhale, twisting up the spine. And inhale, lengthen. Head floats up towards the sky. Exhaling, softening, and twisting. Squeezing out all the organs, all the old stale fluids and energy from those organs. And then as you breathe in and release, all the freshly oxygenated blood rushing into those organs. Straighten the legs out in front and point and flex. Toes point up, toes point forward. Separate the feet a little. Toes point out, toes point in. Circle the ankles. And reverse. And tap the knees out. Inhale, arms up. Reach as high as you can. And exhale, start to hinge forward, moving from the hip. Pause when you come to the place where you feel resistance, most likely in your hamstrings. And then hold a breath and exhale, allow the arms to float down. You still may be very upright and erect, like I am. So pause here for a moment. And then on an exhale, soften your back forward, folding over your legs. Reconnect to your breath, deepen your breath. The practice here is to bring yourself together, all the parts of you, your body, your breath, your attention, all of your energy. Practicing unity. Yoga means to yoke together, to unify body, mind, spirit with the present moment. Attending to the breath. Slowly begin to come out and bring your feet to the floor. Coming into Malasana, you squat. And bring your feet as wide apart as you like. You can have your heels up. You can have a blanket rolled under your heels. And bring your arms to the insides of your knees, insides of your thighs. See if you can bring the tailbone down lower to meet the earth and the crown of the head up. And then once again, breath awareness. Feeling the breath in the body. Noticing with the inhalation, the change in sensations in the body. Just appreciating the miracle of your body in this moment. Listen to how it's communicating to you. How each joint communicates with the brain, and the brain sends messages. Take a little side to side if that works for your knees. If you have any knee discomfort, you can also be sitting on a block. And lowering the palms to the floor, send the hips up. Bring the feet to parallel. You can have the knees soft little bend in the knees, and allow the torso to get heavy and the crown of the head to move toward the floor. Slowly walk the hands to the right side, outside of the right foot, and then back to center and to the outside of the left foot. And back to center. Bringing the fingers to the toes, so wrapping the fingers around the toes, tucking the top parts of your fingers underneath. Deepening the breath. Now releasing the toes, inhale the hands to the shins, flat back, gaze down at the floor. Inhale, soften the knees, touch the floor, and then bring the arms out to the sides and rise up. Arms up overhead, reach towards the sky. And begin to stretch side to side and up. Awareness in the joints and the muscles involved in this movement, and the breath. And begin to lower the arms and reaching just out to the sides. And then changing into your twist. Helicopter twist, warming up the spine. And slowing that down. Bring the feet a little closer together and do your side bends, monkey hara. Bring the hands out in front, interlace the fingers, press the palms away. Bring the chin to the chest. Opening through the upper back. Shoulder blades stretching apart. And release. Take the hands behind, interlace. And press the hands behind you. Opening up through the heart. Imagining the rib cage opening up in the front. And release. Stand in mountain pose prep. Feet are about hip width, feet parallel, fingertips point down. Gaze straight ahead, chin parallel to the floor. Inhale the arms up overhead. Strong body. Feeling a connection to the earth through all four corners of the feet. The outer edges of the heels, the big toe ball, little toe ball, the foot. Gently make little movements until you find yourself centered over your feet. Bring a squeeze up the legs, the glutes, the abdominals, chest, shoulders, and arms, reaching. Soften your gaze. Connect to your breath. And now bring the breath. Imagine it coming from the center of the earth and bringing that breath up through your feet into your heart.
And then breathing that energy from your heart up and through your fingertips to the sky. Then the reverse, inhaling sky energy through your fingers into your heart. And exhaling from the heart down through the feet to the center of the earth. Move through that cycle a few more times on your own. Now take the left wrist with the right hand, wrapping the right hand around. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, press out through your left hip as you bend to the right. Keep the top shoulder over the bottom shoulder. Energy pressing down through your feet, pressing out through the left hip and up through the crown of the head and the left fingertips. Connecting the breath to those lines of energy. Down, out, and up. One more breath here. As you exhale, slowly rise. Change sides with the wrists. Inhale, press up. Exhale, press out through the right hip. Extend the right side of the body, bending the left. Gazing out toward the right side. Feeling the strength in the legs, the core, and the shoulders. Strong energy pressing through your feet, through the hip, through the right fingertips. One more breath. Exhale, slowly rise, release the wrist, shake out your fingers. Take a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, slowly lower, palms face up to arms or shoulder height, and then palms face down, lower the rest of the way. Take a moment here. Feel the effects of those two asanas in your body, your mind. Shake out, stretch, move any way you need to release tension, and then come back to mountain prep. Preparing for Utkatasana, strong pose. Inhale the arms straight out in front, shoulder height. Exhale, bend, ankles, knees, hips. Check down, make sure you can still see your toes and your weight is in your heels so you can lift your toes and not lose your balance. On the exhale, lift the pelvic floor, tuck the lower belly in. If your shoulders feel okay and you want to dial it up, you can lift the arms a little higher. Keep your neck neutral. Lifting the pelvic floor, focusing on the second chakra. Color is orange. The sound is VUM, 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 VUM. As you exhale, lower the arms to shoulder height and then shift your weight into the balls of your toes, lifting the heels. Fixing your gaze to help you balance. One more breath here. Exhale, lower down, straighten the legs, and then lower the arms to your sides. Take a moment to pause and feel the effects of Utkatasana. And then begin to bring your mind into the shape of Vrikshasana, tree pose, shifting the weight onto the left foot, Placing the right foot into your version of Vrikshasana. You can do kickstand if your balance is really off today. So you keep your toes on the floor and the heel would come to the inner lower shin. Or you can place the foot below the knee or above the knee on the inner thigh. Wherever you are, gently press the foot into the leg and the leg back into the foot. Increase the stability and then set your drishti, your gaze, a few feet out in front of you on something that is not moving. And then float your arms up, palms together over the heart. And bring your attention to your breath. Bring the corners of your mouth up. And if you like, you can go branches, stretching the arms out and up, fingertips reaching towards the sky, fingers open and spread apart. Inviting in the warmth and light of the sun, inviting in the new day. On the exhalation, noticing a lift in the pelvis, pelvic floor, lower belly. And when you're ready to come out, bring the palms together over the heart. Lift the right knee out in front of you and lower the leg down. Arms at your side. Take a pause. Notice sensations. Really sensing and feeling the energy flow in the body. As you begin to shift your weight onto the right leg, face your left foot in your Vrikshasana, your tree pose. See if you can bring your left knee out to the side, rotating the hip externally. Bring the palms together over the heart. Stay here or arms up. Imagine your fingers are like leaves, taking in the nutrients, warmth and light of the sun. Deeply connected to your breath. Aware of sensations and sounds. Bring the palms together over the heart. Lift the left knee in front. Place the foot down. Lower the arms. Deep breath in. Feel the effects. So now you're going to grab a strap. If you have a strap, you like to use a strap for standing yoga mudra. So we're going to do it wide leg, standing mudra. So bring your feet wide apart. You can point your toes either forward or out to the side, a little angle, whatever feels good, and your knees should follow, whatever direction your feet are pointing in, your toes are pointing in, your knees should follow. Start by standing tall, crown of the head reaching up. Deep breath in, and on the exhale, hinge from the hip. Bring the arms up behind you in your strap, or you can have your hands interlaced.
Keeping a little bit of a softness in your knees. Don't lock your knees. Leaving this pose with your heart. Bringing your attention there to the fourth chakra in the center of your chest. On the Hatha chakra, the color is green and the Bij mantra sound is yum. So we're bringing a lot of energy to this area, to the chakra, a lot of heat, a lot of prana. Yum, yum, yum. If you like, you can do a round of Kapalabhati breaths here. If you have precautions with osteoporosis or high blood pressure, you're not going to come as far forward. You're going to keep your head heart level. Doing that, you can keep your hands on your thighs. One more breath. As you exhale, bend the knees a little more deeply. And rise. Release your strap. Come on down to the floor onto hands and knees. Wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Excuse me. Okay, so moving into some cat-cow here, starting in a very neutral table. Pelvis is neutral, back is straight, neck is in line with the spine. Take a breath in. Exhale, draw your navel toward your spine. Let your head drop down, arch your back up like a cat. Inhale back to center, and on the exhale, drop the belly down. Pelvis tilts up and gaze up. Little bit of a bend in the back. Back to center. And then move through using your breath, moving with your breath at your own pace. 3 more times through the cycle. Good. When you're done, come back to your center, table position. Float the right arm up, out in front, and then kick the left leg back for your pointer. Flex your heel, point your toes down, reach your fingertips as far forward as you can. Hold. And on the exhale, release down. Float the left arm up. Stretch the fingertips out in front and stretch the right leg back, flexing the toes, pointing them down toward the floor. Gazing down at the floor, really stretch them apart. Lift the lower belly. Press the heel back, stretch the fingers forward. And breathe. And lower down. I'm going to take it another time. Floating the right arm up, left leg back. Inhale. Now as you exhale, you can hold here or to dial it up, you're going to bring the limbs out to the side. Right arm to the right, left foot out to the left side. Hold.
And straighten back. Reach and lower down. Left arm floats up, right leg kicks back. Breathe in. As you breathe out, bring the arm and leg out to the sides. Hold. And as you exhale, bring them back to center. Stretch them apart, pressing the heel back, stretching the fingers forward and lower down. And as you exhale, sit back on your heels or on the block or any way that works for you with your knees. Sit up tall. Now find your blocks. Come up onto your knees, so standing on the knees. We're going to take it to camel pose, and you know your practice. So if you are fine with full camel, you go right into that, and you're going to do it 2 times. If you want to take half camel with me, follow my instructions. So you're going to bring your blocks a little farther back. Blocks are optional. You can also tuck your toes under. So here's the thing. Most advanced is going to be with your feet flat down like that, right? That's the deepest back bend, the longest reach. Or you can have your toes tucked under. It's a little less of a back bend. You reach back and grab your heels. Third option is to have your blocks high and bring them back like so. You can experiment and decide where you want to be today. So we're going to start on the right side if you're doing half. Reach the right hand back to the right heel. Left arm floats up high for half camel, Ustrasana. So the key here is to engage the quadricep muscles in the fronts of the thighs. Lift the pelvic floor. Press the hips forward gently. And keep your neck in a neutral, comfortable position. Final breath here. To exhale, to come out, you're going to hinge at the hips. Slowly come forward and back onto the heels. Okay, take the second side or the second. Run through, right arm floats up, left arm reaches back, take the heel. Open through the heart. Open, pressing hips forward. Pelvic floor lifts, lower belly draws in. Set your gaze. Release your jaw. Release anywhere where you're holding tension and you don't need to be. So you'll find ease and stability in the pose. Two more breaths. And exhale. Begin to flex the hips, coming forward and lowering down. So flatten out your feet, bring your knees together, that works for you, and come into a child's pose, counter stretch. You can bring the head to the block or to your hands. And then you're going to come up onto all fours. Set your blocks to the side. And then you're going to step the right foot forward and then pivot your left shin bone out to the side, to the right side. So your left foot is pointing to the right of your mat. We're coming into gate variation. I'm going to straighten the front leg. Right hand to the right thigh. Left arm rises out to the side and overhead as you bend right, folding over the straight leg. To your gate pose. So connecting to the earth through the left knee, the front of the left foot, and the right heel and right foot. Deepening the breath. Relax your gaze. Becoming aware of all of the sensations in your body. Noticing how they subtly change as you breathe in and breathe out. And as you exhale, releasing the pose, slowly coming up, coming back, just standing on the knees, and straighten the left leg out. Right foot up to the left side of your mat behind you. Slide your left hand down your left leg as your right arm floats up overhead. Keep that right shoulder as much as you can over the left shoulder. So don't rotate forward like so, but keeping it up high. Heart is open. Almost feel like you're reaching your right shoulder blade back and down. Feel the connection with the earth through the knee, back of the foot, and on the left foot. So feel this subtle balance between being upright and your side bend. So the right side of the body is very active here. You're not collapsing to your left. Everything feels bright and alive. One more breath. And as you exhale, come out of pose, back onto the knees. Maybe take a sip of your drink. And we're going to shift into sitting position, long sitting position. We're going to move into upward boat, Navasana, Urdhva Navasana. So to come into that, we're going to do some spinal rocking, which feels really good about now to get a nice little back massage forward and back. And I want to go up. You're going to hold it, balance. And you have lots of options here in upward boat. You can hold on to the backs of your thighs. You can keep your knees bent. You can bring your arms alongside, palms facing each other, thumbs up. So wherever you are, slightly draw in through the lower abdominals, in and up, and bring your pelvic floor in and up. Become aware of your spine and the long line of energy, starting with your tailbone, rising up through your neck and to the crown of your head. See if you can lower your legs a little closer to the floor, maybe straightening the legs out a little bit. And then rise back up. Moving through a few reps of that, straightening, coming into low boat, and then coming up higher. And to come out, you can just bring your feet right down to the floor. Hands behind the knees. Take a deep breath. Down. And then we'll just come all the way down to the floor and roll onto your side. We're going to take Vishisthasana. Just a brief one today. You have lots of options for Vishisthasana, side plank. I'll give you some different options here. Some modifications. You can be on your forearm with your hand out in front. And take your right foot, place it in front of your right knee. Lift the hips, left hand to hip, and float the left hand up. So here's one version. You can stack the feet, lift the hips a little higher, and then maybe draw the arm up and over head. Deepen your breath. Exhaling, lower the arm down, lower the hips down. Take it to a straight arm, so coming up onto your hand, or you can stay in forearm plank if you have tender wrists. Push the heels up, the hips up, and you can have the left foot in front again, or behind the knee too. That's another option, another variation. You can stack the feet. Fold the arm up. You can even lift the left leg up off the right leg and hold. And reach the arm up overhead. And to come out, slowly lower the arm down, lower the hips down, and come to the other side. Starting with forearm plank. Bring the right foot in front of the left knee. Hips rise. Right arm reaches high, reaches overhead. Continuing to breathe deeply. Stack the feet. Lift the hips up. Maybe try lifting your right foot off the left for a breath or two. And exhaling, lowering down, and then coming up onto straight arm. That works for you. And lift the hips. Place the foot if you want to place the foot. Stack the feet. Right arm rises. Maybe right leg rises. Float the right arm up high, stretching side body. Full core engagement. Hips, glutes, pelvic floor, abdominals. And lower down when you're ready. Coming onto your back now, finding a block. Place the block down, hug the knees into the chest. Rock and roll side to side. Place the feet down and lift the hips. Place the block under the sacrum. You can have it at the lowest height or the middle height, your choice. Come into supported shoulder stand, the legs rise. And this should not be much effort at all to keep the legs up in this position if you have the block placed correctly. And go ahead and point and flex your toes. Move some lymph fluid, facilitating the drainage from your feet and your legs, and the lymph nodes. Removing waist. Circle the ankles. And come to stillness. Gently turning the head from one side to the other side. Now bending the knees, lowering the feet to the floor, moving them up. Hug your right knee into your chest, straighten the left leg down. Bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee and drop the right knee across the body to the left side. Right arm reaches out to the right, palm up, and gaze right. On an exhale, come back to center. Bend the left knee, hug it to the chest. Straighten the right leg down. Take the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Bring the knee across the body to the right side. Left arm reaches out to the left, palm up. Gaze left. And release the twist back to center. And prepare for Shavasana, deep relaxation. Your body temperature will drop in relaxation, so you want to put on socks, sweatshirt, fun blanket. Come to your back. Bring your arms out a little ways from your sides, palms face up. Take care of your low back if you have low back issues. You're going to put something under your knees or your thighs. Bring your neck to neutral. As you breathe in, scan your body for tension, any residual discomfort. And on the exhalation, invite your whole entire body to soften, to release, and let go of any and all tension, letting it drain from the body into the floor, into the earth. Letting go. You belong, all of you. Body, just as it is. Mind, just as it is. Spirit, just as it is. Begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle fingers and toes, bringing awareness back into your body, to this moment, to the room. Take a full body stretch, reaching arms overhead. Stretch, feet away from hands, toes away from fingers. Make your way onto your side. Make a pillow with your hands. Take a rest here as you transition to a sitting position, maintaining the quality of relaxation. Coming into sitting, spine is tall. The relaxed attention to the breath. May all beings everywhere be happy and peaceful. May all beings everywhere be safe and healthy. May all beings everywhere live with ease, free from suffering and the causes of suffering. Namaste. The light within me bows to the light within you. Thank you for joining me this morning. Thank you for your yoga practice. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you, Stacy. You too.
Thank you, Stacy. You too.
Thank you, Stacy. Have a good week.
Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, Stacy. Great class.
Thank you, Stacy.
Thank you, Stacy.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Stacy.
you.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you. Bye.
Nice weekend all.
Thanks, Stacy.
Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Bye-bye, everyone.